Hey everybody, Anissa here, and I'm going to unleash my latest secrets when it comes to bronzing my face. So if you want to see how I use this gorgeous palette, please stick through the entire video. Before we get into the glam, don't forget to hit subscribe and join the tribe so you can be a part of these weekly glam chat. Without further ado, let's just get into the glam. Okay guys, I'm actually gonna apologize if I sound like I'm speaking a little bit weird. I actually had some wisdom teeth taken out like 3 days ago, but I cannot sit still and not record, and I've been dying to share this with you all. It's the Beauty Bakerie Coffee and Cocoa bronzing palette. This was recently in like my collection of black owned makeup brands for the hauls of everything in my collection. I've been obsessed with it since, and I've been using it a lot to add some bronzing to my face. I like to use bronzer to contour because I like a little bit more warmth, I like a glow, I like a sheen, and that is just how I like to do my makeup. So if you're a fan of it, I'm going to walk you through the steps right now. So the first thing I like to do is start off with a fresh beat face. That means my foundation and my concealer are done. They're set and ready to go. And I do like to actually then deepen up my contour with a powder. Lately I've been using the Black Radiance one. I have a video on this. And I'll always start with like the Sculpt color because it's a little bit lighter. It's not so intense and rich, and you don't want to go too crazy because then it just looks a hot mess. I've been victim of my own mess ups in that department, so I'm telling you, don't do it. So I'll start off always with the sculpt and hit in the narrows of the face, the high points of my forehead, the lower jawline. I definitely need to contour because I'm still a little swollen. And then after that, I'll go back in with the darker contour and just go a little bit more deep set into everything. So I'm having these clips so you can see that. So as you see, I'll take it back further, closer to the ear, just to add that extra depth and dimension. I'll also go over my forehead area. You guys, that is like the one area I contour so heavily because I have a large forehead and I want to not let it look so prominent and balance it out with the rest of my face, and contouring is how I do that. Now we're ready for this gorgeous palette. So, oh my gosh, you guys. So I'm gonna diverge really quick. These are just some gorgeous shades. So the breakdown of this palette, these two will do your bronzing for you. You'll have like your deeper, more rich one, and then you'll have a lighter one. So WHOOAA is the lighter one, and Antidepresso is that deeper one. Now this one, La Vida Mocha, I like to use as a blush, and then your Grounded is what I've been using as my highlighter. And then I'll usually amplify it with another highlighter, which I'll show you. And so just some really quick swatches. These are just, oh, I'm so obsessed with them, you guys. That's them on the back of the fingers. Insanely gorgeous. And that's it on the back of the hand. Oh my gosh. This may be like my favorite palette of all time. Like, legitimately. But oh my goodness. The pigment is rich. They're super soft. They're not like chalky at all. They're just dreamy. Like, the formula is just dreamy. Another cool thing you can do is, honestly, if you are running low on time, you can even use like this one, Antidepresso and WHOOAA, for some eye color to add some depth and warmth, especially too if you're traveling and you just need to get ready real quick. Bronzing palettes are like a multitasker of multitaskers. So back into how I get my look. So I'll pick up WHOOAA and mix it with Antidepresso. I'll usually pounce the brush between the two, or just do one, then layer the deeper one over it. So pouncing in between the two, I'm going to go back in on those hollow points and add that warmth to it. So again, you're just going over that like jawline when you make the fishy face. Right there. I can't really like do too much of my face, but you get the point, I hope. So go and add that into there, and again take it to the high points, again the lower jawline, and add them where the contour you placed is. Next, just take a blush brush, pick up La Vida Mocha, and you're bouncing it onto the apples of your cheeks and blending it backwards to just make a really great draping of color on your cheek line. And then last but not least, you want to highlight. So the way I like to highlight is layering it. If you're not into an intense highlight, you will only use your Grounded. That will do just fine. So I'll take your Grounded and flush over the cheek line, almost like a blush topper, but not exactly on top of the blush. So like on this line, I have blush, and then there's my highlight right above it. So that is where I'm laying in that highlight. Then after I lay in, you're grounded and built it up to the intensity that I want. So I'll have it on the high points of my cheekbones, high point of my forehead, and I like to then blend it out with like my finger. And if it still feels too vibrant, I'll just go back in with like a brush, like just a powder brush, and help it melt into the skin. You could use a beauty blender for that step as well. Now the next thing I'm doing to intensify this highlighter is just layering 2 loose pigment illuminators. This is from a brand called Angelic Beauty. She's actually local here in Tampa, Florida, so I'd love to support her. So I have the World Is Yours, which is like this bronzy color. And this can be really, really, really intense. That's it on the back of the finger. And once you work it into the skin, it really melts in so it's not too out there. And then what I would like to do last is make it even more intense because I'm just extra when it comes to highlighter. So I'll layer in the loose pigment illuminator in the shade Queens. It's much more of like a champagne gold. All that sheen on there. And it really melts into the skin, so it's probably really hard to pick up on camera. I hope it's kind of coming through, but it just gives a little more of a pop, and that's it too. Other than that, you guys, that's all I have for you today. That's how I've been recently bronzing and highlighting my face, just to get that glow coming into my skin, because I love glowy skin. Like, that is my thing when it comes to makeup. I don't really do matte highlighting that much ever. I always like a good healthy glow, and this I've been just obsessing over, so I just wanted to break it down how I've been using it and get you all inspired. I hope you found this video super helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe and join the tribe, you guys. Also, I've recently relaunched my blog, and I have like a free little ebook about like my just overall general tips and tricks and how I live by like my makeup rules. I call it my glam Bible, but it's literally how I think about when I buy my makeup or what I'm using or things that as like a must-have for me. So if you want that, just go down to the description box, head over to lipstickanissa.com, sign up with your email, and I will be sending that to you all. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Chat with me down in the comments below, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.